Hello, financial fans. Where I am right now, it's still 2021, but just a few hours left until 2022, and 2022 should last for a long time. And hopefully, it will be a lot better than 2021 in a lot of different ways. My financial holdings, my portfolio during the year 2021, all these stocks together, the value thereof, I was up 12.41% for the year, which is less than half of what the S&P 500 did. Like, for example, the exchange traded fund SPY was up about 27%. But I will meet with them again next year, 365 days from now, and we shall see who is laughing then. And it probably will be both of us if we're fortunate. The stocks that did very well for me this past year, QCOM was quite good, Qualcomm. Tesla did very well for me, and I think Tesla has a lot of room to go and grow. And MO did well for me, and SUN, Sunoco, it's an oil company, and SUN did quite well for me. CHY has a high dividend, and it was a very good growth stock for me this past year. Facebook, FB, the symbol, that was a very good stock for me. And Lucid did well for me. I think Lucid has a bright future for 2022. Its LCID is a symbol. GM, General Motors, did well for me this past year. Xerox, XRX, did well for me. And the one that did the worst for me was Workhorse, WKHS, and also the ARK funds, the exchange traded funds that start with ARK, like ARKF, ARKQ, ARKX, ARKW, ARKK. Those are the stellar performers for me last year, 2020, and this year they just ran off the tracks and were very disappointing, but I'm holding on to them because I think they have a lot of potential for future years. It might take until 2024 for them to show their merits, but anyway, all is going well for me, and 2022 should be a year when we have increased inflation. Just how bad it will be, I don't know, but there are stocks that you want to have in your portfolio that might benefit from upward inflation moves. I would recommend that you do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, and any money you put into stocks can be lost, but I'm hanging on to my oil stocks for sure. My electric vehicle stocks, I've got a lot of them, and I expect them to do well in 2022, 2023, 2024, and I expect General Motors to do well with both electric vehicles and non-electric vehicles. There's going to be a time for each in the coming years. And we should look at four stocks that look like they might be inviting right now. They want us to trust them to increase in value. With those four stocks, we will begin with General Motors. And General Motors has a symbol of GM. It closed the year 2021 at $58.63, and after hours it's up a little bit, up 27 cents to $58.90 per share. Column on the left, 2/3 of the way down, 52-week range, $40 was the low and $65 was the high for 2021 for General Motors. So it's got some headroom. It's got room to go back up to where it once was and maybe higher. And we look at the average volume down near the bottom of that column on the left. 18,600,000 shares trade every day, and this stock is considered by the experts to be undervalued. This is General Motors. They make cars, including electric vehicles. They're in that market, but they're also in vehicles that people who don't drive electric vehicles do drive. So third item down, middle column, PE ratio 7.85, and that is a very low PE ratio, which is good. And no dividend, no yield. The 1-year target for General Motors from the expert's opinion, $73.10. That would be a big move upward in the year 2022. And by the way, I do own General Motors stock. I think I own all these stocks I'm going to be mentioning, and I am not a financial advisor, and any money invested in stocks can be lost. The next stock we will look at, Citigroup. Financial stock, C is the symbol, $60.39, the closing price for 2021, and after hours it is up a penny. And 2/3 of the way down, the column on the left, 52-week range, $57.40 was the low for Citigroup, and that's near where it is right now, and $80.29 was the high, so it's got lots of headroom. A lot of people paid more for the stock than what it is selling for right now, so they might be holding on to it, giving the stock a little nudge up. The average volume, 21 million shares trade every day, and this stock is considered to be undervalued. Third item down, the middle column, PE ratio for Citigroup is 5.72. That's a very low PE ratio, and again, that's a very good thing. The forward dividend and yield for just hanging on to the stock, if you decide to hold it for a year or two or whatever, you'll be getting 3.33% interest approximately, depending on where the price goes, but right now it's a little over 3% per year for holding on to the stock. And the 1-year target for Citigroup, $82.62. If you think interest rates are going up, that might be good for the financial stocks. Next stock we look at, United States Steel, symbol X. It was up 58 cents the last trading day of the year, and it closed at $23.81, and after hours still at $23.81. 2/3 of the way down, the column on the left, 52-week range, $16.13 was the low, and $30.57 was the high, so it's kind of in the middle there right now, $23.81. And the average volume, 19 million shares trade every day, and United States Steel is considered to be undervalued. Third item down the middle column, PE ratio, 2. That is teensy weensy, that is small, that is good. And the forward dividend and yield is 0.86, almost 1%, but not very much of a dividend. But it's something to check now and then in your stock market portfolio. The 1-year target for United States Steel, one of the natural resource stocks, and I do own this, the 1-year target, $31.96, so it could go up quite a bit, especially if there is any big spending on infrastructure that translates to steel. Next stock we look at, the last one we'll look at this day, but certainly not the last one for the year 2022. There will be many more mentions and stocks to consider, and this stock is BP. This is an oil stock. $26.63 was the closing price on the last trading day of the year, and after hours it's up to $26.66 per share. BP is an oil stock, and if oil prices go up, if you think they're going up, if you think the inflation bug is in the mix, this might be a good place to rest some of your currency. The 52-week range, $20.43 to $30.29, and it's now at $26.63, so it's pretty much in the middle. And the average volume, 10 million shares trade every day, and it's considered to be near fair value. The PE ratio, third item down the middle column, 13.7. Teensy weensy bit higher than I would usually like, but this is an oil stock and it's got a tremendous future ahead of it for 2022, I think, but we shall see. Forward dividend and yield, almost 5%, 4.8% is what you get for holding on to the stock. If you just decide to hold on to it, that's a nice payment each month or every year. The total of 4 dividend payments would be almost 5%. The 1-year target estimate for BP, $35 and a nickel. That would be a nice move upward. And hopefully all of us will have a nice move upwards with our portfolio value during 2022. And I wish you a happy new year and a prosperous new year and a healthy new year. And I thank you for watching.